Good morning YouTube, Country Mara here, coming to you guys this morning with a requested video on how to plant these little things here, thyme. A lot of people have been asking me if I grow my thyme from seed or if I buy them from a store already established. No, all my thymes I've bought them like from Walmart, Costco, and I've set them over the years and get them to grow. So today I'm just going to show you guys how I go about getting my thyme to be established, and the reason why I went ahead and got these thyme and not cutting limbs off my thyme is because my thyme is already acclimatized with my backyard established here, and I want to put this thing on a level play field for you guys where I go to the store and I buy these thyme and I'm going to set them and show you how I grow them, and you can try them this way if you're not having luck with your thyme seed or plants that you get from the nursery. So now is a good time, well, now is a bad time to be planting thyme because we're already warm up here in central Florida. Like when I say warm up, heat up. We're in the 90s and high 80s most days. And to start your thyme like this, it is best if you do it in early spring or during the fall when you know highs are in the 70s and below that some of the time. But for the young thyme, the thyme that are just limbs and don't have any roots on it, it's best to start them in cool time. It's also good to start the thyme seed in cooler time, and it will help if you can start your thyme seed also indoors. They don't like the heat to germinate that much. That is what I know from trying thyme seed over the years. Hence, I just go to the store and get my thymes like these. So today is April 10th, 2025, and the moon is 12 days old in its lunar cycle. So this is a bad time to be doing what I'm doing, planting thyme. However, I'm just going to show you guys that we can go against the odds and we can get our thyme to be established. So these are some pots that we had plant thyme in last fall. We had planted about 100 or so, or 70 something, somewhere up there, but we didn't get everything sold, so some of them died off during the frost. So I'm just gonna reuse the soil that I have in them, which is just regular potting mix. Nothing is added to these soil mix, just a regular potting mix. Here's my thyme. I'm going to strip down all these leaves to as much root as I would want on the thyme. So about that, this is about an inch. And I'm just going to simply, let me bring it up closer. I'm just going to simply stick it in the soil deep down. And now pressed against it because you want soil to stem contact. You get proper soil to stem contact, we're going to keep it like that. And I'm just looking for the fatter stems, these ones that are more woody like. I'm looking for them. Peel down, get about 1 to 2 inches, and you just stick it in the soil again, squeeze it. You don't want any air pocket with your thyme. We have another good piece here. So when you're getting your thyme from the store now, if you're going to start it, look for pieces like these with those thick stems. I'll be doing 6 of them today, and just going to leave them under my greenhouse and update you guys on them. So I'm just going through slowly because I want you guys to get this one. It's a tricky one, but it can be done. Stick all the way down and squeeze. So you need at least an inch in your soil. More is better, but at least an inch. When you see them like this, I've had success planting these, but it is not so great. Most time, these are the ones that die. So I'm not going to use those. I'm just going to open this one and get some bigger ones. So we have 2 more to go. And even if we get 4 out of the 6 to root, that would be great, because whenever they're established, thyme will spread like wildfire. All right, I'm going in with 2 in this one. I'm just going to put them together just to show you guys that you can flex when you're doing your gardening. All right, so I'm going in with 2. The main aim now is to get soil to plant. So you have to squeeze it in and get soil to plant if you want it to be rooted, or if you want it to start growing roots, sorry. All right, next thing. Now we have our thyme set in our soil. We're gonna keep these soil mix moist for at least 18 days, 18 to 21 days. We're gonna keep these wet or moist. So I'll come in the morning and I'll give them a bit of water, and in the evening, if they dry out, I'll give them some more water. But you want to keep it moist at all time to get them to start rooting. And you shouldn't have any more problem trying to grow thyme. Just go to the store, get one of these, or a little bundle of thyme. Go to the market, get a little bundle of thyme, and start your own thyme. And for people in Jamaica, because I think someone from Jamaica had asked me also about thyme, you can plant thyme, you can start your thyme year round. You're not like us here in Florida that get frost and all those things. You can start your thyme year round and you will have thyme just all year through, right around. When they start blooming, you can trim them back, give them to family members, sell them, whatever you want to do. But whenever your thyme start blooming, they normally bloom some either white or purple looking thing on the top of them. I don't know if any of you guys have ever experienced that, but if you have been planting thyme long enough and your thyme has been established, you will realize that they bloom, and in those bloom you can get seed from it also. So whenever they're blooming, if you don't want the seed, just take a scissors and just clip back everything, and it will revive the plant so that the plant doesn't go into a dormant state. Next thing, after your thyme has been established, do not overwater your thyme. And I'm talking about the established thyme, thyme with root and that is spreading. Do not overwater it or else you will lose flavor in your thyme. Remember, it's a Mediterranean plant. It is used to dry weather. However, it can't take drought well. It just needs enough feeding to keep it. So you can water your thyme every other day, well, depending on your location, because here in Florida, in these sandy soil, when I plant ingrown, I have to water my thyme basically every day, unless it's the summer months when it's raining. But just watch your thyme And whenever it's looking a bit sad, you just top it up with some water. But try not to overwater your thyme, or try not to keep it wet, or else you will lose flavor in your thyme. So here we go with all the 6 thyme that I have stick this morning into soil. I'm just going to put them in a cool location where they will get sunlight, but not direct sunlight. Whenever your thymes are established, then you can expose them to direct sunlight because they love the heat and they can tolerate a lot of sun. So you don't have to worry about that. However, they are heavy feeders, so you have to water them and ensure that whatever fertilizer you use, whether it's be manure like me or synthetic fertilizer, whatever you're using, you try and feed your thyme. Try not to go for fast release fertilizer for your herbs. Herbs love slow release fertilizer, not fast release. So when you see people putting some 10 10 10 and all those fertilizers on their herbs, that is why their herbs die back most of the time and doesn't act as perennial. They mostly behave like annual, which a lot of herbs are perennial. So give your herbs slow release fertilizer. It doesn't have to be rabbit manure like what I preach, just any slow release fertilizer, because not everyone can get the rabbit manure regularly like how I get my rabbit manure, because I have rabbit. So try that and let me know. Continue to watch, share, like and subscribe to the Country Maro channel. If you like what you're seeing here, as I always say, you're not going to agree with 100% of the things that I say. However, we can meet somewhere. Next thing, as I'm talking, over here, let me just turn the camera. These are store-bought bell pepper. Some red and yellow bell peppers that I bought in Costco. And I just decided to try the seeds, and I'm overrun now because I've planted about 15 the other day and I still have these just going. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I'm not going to be planting them in my garden because that is going to be a waste of space and resource, because my family and I won't be eating so much bell pepper. It's like one time we had so many thyme that we had to be just cutting it back and giving it to chicken. It just grew and was hanging over pots all over raised beds and all those things, and we had just to be cutting it back and get rid of it. And trust me, when your thyme is established and starts spreading, it's going to be like a weed. It's going to just spread. You have to control it. So try with your thyme. Nothing is wrong.